Most guys train legs, but they still don't grow. Want to know why your lower body isn't evolving, no matter how hard you push? You're probably skipping the real builders. You hit the gym, you squat, you press, you lunge, and still, your legs look exactly the same, week after week. And the worst part? You start questioning if it's your genetics, or worse, if you're just not built for this. But that's a lie. The problem isn't your effort. It's where you're putting it. Because there are 7 movements that actually build powerful legs, and most people aren't even doing half of them right. And today, I'm going to break them down one by one, with technique, purpose, and biomechanical precision. This is not your average leg day tips video. This is a training blueprint. So hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Because if you're serious about building real size and strength, it starts right now. 1. Back squat, the king of leg builders. There's a reason the back squat is called the king of lower body exercises. Because nothing challenges your entire posterior chain, core, and leg muscles quite like it. But here's the catch. Most people mess it up before even stepping under the bar. Let's break this down. The bar should rest snugly across your upper traps, not your neck. From there, imagine you're sitting back into a chair. Keep your knees tracking with your toes, your chest up, and your spine neutral. Control your descent. Pause at the bottom if you can, and drive up with intention. This isn't just about going heavy. It's about going deep and controlled. Now here's the science of variation. High bar squats emphasize the quads, while low bar squats shift focus toward the glutes and hamstrings. And if you're serious about hypertrophy, don't shy away from depth. Going below parallel activates more muscle fibers, especially in the glutes and hamstrings. The key takeaway? You're not just squatting. You're building raw strength and balanced leg development, one controlled rep at a time. And if you think this is intense, wait until you feel what happens when you lock into a heavy leg press with perfect foot placement. That's where we're heading next. 2. Leg press. 45 degrees, pure power, 0 distractions. Here's the truth. Some lifters treat the leg press like a lazy squat alternative. But when done right, it's one of the most powerful tools for leg hypertrophy, especially when you want raw overload without worrying about balance. Why does it work so well? Because the leg press isolates the lower body while keeping your torso stable. That means more weight, more reps, and less risk if your form is locked in. Key points: keep your lower back glued to the pad, control the descent, and never lock out your knees at the top. Now, let's talk foot placement. Position your feet higher on the platform, and you'll hammer glutes and hamstrings. Drop them lower, and the tension shifts straight into your quads. Want complete development? Rotate your stance week by week. Wide for adductors, narrow for teardrop quads. Think of the leg press as your hypertrophy accelerator. While squats build a foundation, the press lets you layer size without taxing your spine. But listen, if you think this is controlled intensity, wait till you try supporting that weight in front of your body. That's where posture, core, and precision meet. And it's coming up next. 3. Front squat. Core strength meets leg focus. If back squats are the foundation, front squats are the sculpting tool. They look simple. Just flip the bar to the front, right? Wrong. Front squats demand far more from your core, your posture, and your precision. Here's the deal. With the bar resting on your shoulders, your torso stays upright. That shift alone increases quad activation and puts less stress on your lower back. It's why Olympic lifters use it to build serious anterior strength. And for you? It's a cheat code for developing those sweeping quads and that tall, athletic posture. But you have to own your form. Elbows high, chest up, spine neutral. No collapsing forward. And yes, your core will scream. That's exactly the point. It's not just a leg exercise. It's a full-body coordination drill. What makes the front squat so unique is how it teaches control and balance. You can't muscle your way through it. You have to be in sync. Legs, abs, breathing, everything. And just when you think you've mastered controlled power, we're going to throw movement into the mix. Because up next, it's time to walk, drop, and explode. 4. Walking lunge, control, power, and explosion. Now we're entering dynamic territory. The walking lunge isn't just a leg builder, it's a movement test. Coordination, balance, unilateral strength. It demands it all. And when done right, it builds athletic legs with power in every step. Here's how to own the technique. Grab a pair of dumbbells, keep your chest tall, and step forward with intent. A longer stride shifts tension to the glutes and hamstrings. A shorter stride keeps the burn in your quads. Go slow on the descent, 2 to 3 seconds, and explode back up. This combination hits both slow and fast twitch fibers, maximizing growth. Don't sleep on the core demand here. Every step challenges your stability. And the deeper you go, the more control you need to avoid collapsing the knee inward. Use this as both a hypertrophy tool and an injury prevention drill. And here's your bonus tip. Add walking lunges at the end of your leg day with lighter weights, 20 reps per leg. That burn? That's the growth switch flipping on. But don't think we're done torching those hamstrings, because next up is a movement that locks your form, stretches you out, and builds strength from the hips to the spine. 5. Romanian Deadlift, the posterior powerhouse. This one's a game changer, if you do it right. The Romanian deadlift, or stiff, isn't just a hamstring exercise. It's a full posterior chain builder that teaches you how to hinge, not bend. Here's the setup. Hold the barbell or dumbbells close to your thighs. Slight bend in the knees, just enough to unlock them. Then, push your hips back like you're trying to close a door behind you. Keep your spine neutral, chest open, and eyes fixed forward. What makes the stiff so powerful is the loaded stretch. You're creating tension through your glutes and hamstrings with every controlled descent. And when you explode back up, you recruit those big posterior muscles in unison. The key? Keep the weights close to your body. If they drift forward, you lose tension and invite lower back strain. And speaking of backs, never round your spine. Ever. This is not an ego lift. It's about precision, tempo, and perfect tension. And if you think that posterior burn is serious, wait until we zoom in on isolation. Because the next move locks in directly on your hamstrings. No cheating, no compensating. Just raw fiber recruitment. 6. Leg curl. Hamstring isolation at its finest. All right, no more hiding behind compound lifts. This is where we zero in on the back of your legs. The leg curl, whether seated or lying, targets the hamstrings like a laser. Why does that matter? Because strong hamstrings aren't just for aesthetics. They're crucial for knee stability, sprinting power, and injury prevention. Neglect them, and you're leaving gains and joint safety on the table. Let's talk execution. Adjust the machine so the pad sits just above your heels. From there, curl with full control. Don't rush it. Focus on squeezing at the top and slow down the release on the way down. That eccentric phase? That's where the real muscle building happens. Want to level up your results? Use leg curls as part of a pre-exhaust strategy. Hit them before your compound lifts to fire up your hamstrings, or after to finish them off. Either way, they deserve more than just a lazy 3-10 at the end of your workout. And now, it's time to go below the knee. Because the next move builds the most stubborn muscle group of all, and trust me, once they finally grow, everyone notices. 7. Calf raise. The underrated finisher. Let's be honest, most lifters skip calves. Or worse, they rush through a few half reps and wonder why nothing ever grows. But here's the truth. Your calves are built to endure. So to make them grow, you've got to hit them with precision, patience, and pain. There are two key variations. Standing calf raises target the gastrocnemius, the outer, more visible muscle. Seated calf raises hit the soleus, the deeper, denser muscle that supports stability and endurance. You need both if you want complete development. Here's your plan. 15 to 25 reps, full range, controlled tempo. Pause at the top for a strong contraction and lower slowly to stretch the fibers. No bouncing, no shortcuts, and do them often. Calves recover fast, so 2 to 3 times a week isn't overkill. Why bother? Because strong calves don't just look good. They stabilize every step, every jump, every lift. Neglect them, and your foundation stays weak. Now you've got the full arsenal. 7 movements, each with a mission. But we're not done yet. It's time to wrap this up with a mindset shift. And a challenge. You've just unlocked the 7 movements that actually build real leg size. No fluff, no guesswork. Just biomechanical precision and muscular intent. From compound monsters like the back squat to laser-focused isolation with leg curls. This is how you create a complete, powerful lower body. But here's the real question. Are you going to keep training the same way, hoping for different results? Or are you ready to rebuild your leg day with purpose, movement by movement, rep by rep? Because building legs isn't about genetics. It's about showing up with strategy. And now, you've got one. Which of these exercises will you try first? Drop it in the comments. I want to see who's actually putting in the work. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell icon. We're just getting started.